All right, so I know what you're asking yourself. Oh my God, Chuck, you bought another cheap Chinese smartwatch. Why would you do that? Well, here's the issue. And as some of you may know from my past videos, I have the Amazfit band, which still works fine, and I still like it. And I bought the Cospit Tank X1, which still works good, and I still like it. Oh, and a quick update, you can get replacement bands for these. If you bought it from the Cospit official website, they can sell you a band. If you bought it from AliExpress, it's actually a different band, and the Cospit official store on AliExpress can get you a band. They're like 12 to 15 bucks. So you're probably saying, oh, and I forgot, I bought the Colmi smartwatch, which I'm still wearing, and quite frankly, still works quite well. So you're asking, why another one? Well, here's the issue. About 3-4 months ago, maybe 5 months ago now, I suck at time, I had cataract surgery. And I now have 20/20 vision from the tips of my fingers and further away. At wristwatch distance, I can't read this at wristwatch distance unless I put reading glasses on. If I'm going to go to all the trouble to get reading glasses out, I can get my phone out. I don't need a watch at that point. And the same with this. With this, I can probably make out the time on that dial, but I can't read anything else on it, and I certainly couldn't read any messages. And this one, this is a 1.4-inch screen, if I remember right, and I am so close to being able to read some of this text on here, but it's still too small. So I thought, do they make something bigger than 1.4 or 1.5? Well, here we go. This is the Colmi, I think that's the brand name, the Colmi, your first smartwatch. Obviously not. Model V69, I think this was like 22 bucks at AliExpress. It has a 1.85-inch screen, 360 by 360, a battery capacity of 710 milliamp hours. They claim it's IP68 waterproof. I'm not going to find that out. And will work with iOS 9 and Android 5 or better. So, I am hoping that I will be able to put this gigantus watch on my wrist. Holy cow, it's huge! I will be able to put this ginormous watch on my wrist, and I won't need reading glasses to be able to tell the time and read the text. Oh my God. Wow. Here's the Colmi watch, which is pretty darn big on its own. And yeah, that is huge. Well, you know what? That's what I wanted. Let's peel the sticker off. Let's see if it has any power. I haven't read any instructions yet. I have no idea how to turn it on. It's got a standard looking crown. Ooh, I pressed it, it vibrated. It's got jet engines. It must be good. Now, no way in hell I'm going to be able to read that, but that is kind of cool looking. Activity. Oh, it's got all the steps. Looks like it works pretty much like the Colmi watch does. There's sleep. And understand, I haven't touched this. This is the first time I've even touched this. So, wow, it is big and it is beautiful. So, I don't know what my battery is. Stress, yeah, well. What? Me worry? There's the weather. Of course, I haven't set it up. Favorites. Back to the watch face. Oh, look, the crown does. Wow, that turns very easily. Wow, the crown turns really easily. That might be an issue. All right, I'm going to get it on the charger. This has the magnetic charger, which in my opinion is certainly acceptable. Oh, it's got an instruction book. Wow, a thick one too. What's that say? Please peel off this mask. Oh, they give you a screen protector with it. So here is the utterly ridiculous and absurd manual that comes with it. This entire side, none of this is English on this side. Of this side, this frame, and all the way across here is English. The rest of it are other languages. If I didn't already mention it, I did pay for this with my own money. In fact, I paid for all 4 of these watches with my own money. I will put a link to this new one below. The app is called The Fit, and I've already got it on because of the SKME watch, but you can get it in the iOS, the Apple Play Store, the Apple App Store, or the Google Play Store. It's called DaFit, DA space FIT. And I started up and it says you haven't linked the device because I already unlinked the SKME watch. You say add a device and it shows you different devices it can connect. The SKME watch is the C25. This new watch is the V69. So we're going to tap it and it says, ensure normal use of equipment. Please complete the system permission settings. So we're going to tap to set. I should have already done all this before. In fact, I'm sure I did. You have a new pairing request with V69, pair and connect, pair. I had no problems with the SKME watch on this either. And let's go to watch, and yeah, there it is, V69. But let's see what watch faces we have. New watch faces recommended. So there's quite a few faces look like they're available for it. Merry Christmas. We're kind of out of Merry Christmas time. Funny, colorful, modern, classic. I like a dim one like that at night, but looks like there are quite a few. I'll have to look through them better here. Let's try putting one on just so we can see what it's like. Let's put one on that we know we don't have. Let's try this real simple one here. And we're going to say apply interstellar space. We'll say apply. Let's see if anything's going on. There we go. Oh, I like that one. Wow. I like that one a lot. Oops. You've only got to barely bump that slightly to change it. It's very sensitive. I'm already seeing that that's going to be an issue, but we'll see how big of an issue it is. Yeah, I kind of like that watch face. So anyway, I'm going to use this for a couple of days and figure it all out, and I'll come back. Okay, so let's take a quick look at the screens, and I'm going to have to tip it a bit to keep the glare off it. One of the first things you might notice is I did put the screen protector that came with it on it. I have been wearing this watch now non-stop for 5 days, and I have worked on both of my vehicles and around the house while I have been wearing it, and I didn't really want to damage the screen, so that's why the screen protector is on it. So, as I said, I've been wearing this non-stop for 5 days, and it has been off the charger for 5 days. So let's take a look at the battery life. You see the battery life, and nowhere on the phone can I find the battery life percentage, just that little graphical representation. But if I come to the app says the battery is at 52%, and the little icon on the screen pretty much agrees with that. You can see it down there as well. So they claim 10 days battery life, and I'm thinking they're probably right there. I also keep the screen brightness about halfway, or as close as I can get to halfway, doing the finger up and down. I don't try to be terribly precise. I just try and get close. And I keep the, during the day, I keep the, I keep the quick view, which is when you flip it up to look at it, it turns the screen on. I keep that turned off. At night, I do wear it at night. I turn quick view off, and I turn the brightness all the way down. I tend to use it as a flashlight at night to make sure I don't step on the dog while I'm making one of my half-dozen trips to the bathroom. So I do use it as that. So, and I have been playing with it, so you can see that I've probably been using it maybe a little bit more than you do. The features are exactly what you would expect. We have activity monitors here. You can see the step counter. And I know the steps I take during a day, and this has been accurate with every other fitness tracker I have, so that's been good. Sleep, you can see my sleep here. It does exactly what you would think it would do, and it seems to work just fine. Heart rate monitoring is fine. I have no issues there. And blood pressure, I know my blood pressure. That's almost exactly what it is in the doctor's office. I'm almost always 125 to 130 over 80, so very close to what I expect it to be. Uh, my blood oxygen is almost always 98, 99%, so that's accurate. I have no idea what stress means, so you know, and the weather, and that is what the weather is here today, and you can add more things onto this list if you want. So going back, we go down, we can see our messages, and I'm going to show you, like I say, one of the reasons I picked this watch because of how big the screen was. Because the way my eyes are now, I can see great at distance, but I have to put on reading glasses to see a watch. So I wanted something I could see. So let's do a quick comparison. Here is the SKME watch, and you can see the difference. Just in the SKME, I think is 1.4, and so you can see there the difference in the size of the messages. So I can almost read this one without glasses on. This one I have no choice. Here is the Cockpit tank. Let's look at the messages again here. So here are the messages again here. That's, you know, if you're looking for a smartwatch with a big bright screen and you don't want to spend a lot of money, this Colmi could very well be the watch you're looking for, because $22 for a screen like this is absolutely nuts in my opinion. And as I said, unlike these two watches, well, actually the Cockpit has a solid metal body. The SKME is plastic, which I really don't mind that much, but this is a solid metal body watch. The back might be some kind of resin, I don't know, but it certainly is well made. It takes standard bands. The one that comes with it is quick release. Now, it has, as I may have mentioned, it has the crown is a button and can be turned. Then it has a top and a bottom button. So the crown will turn it on if you don't have lift to wrist up. The top button brings up this crazy business here, and then you can use the crown to rotate it, or you can rotate it with your finger like that, and you can pick out something that you want. The crown is the back button. Now, the lower button brings up all the different sports modes, and there's just a buttload of them. I'm not going to go through every one of them. Not only are there all that's in the list, but you can come down here and you can add in even more. So I'm not going to go through all of them. Trust me, there is a gazillion of them. If I swipe down, I get all the different controls, the flashlight, the settings, the brightness, battery saver, night mode, all that kind of stuff. Then you get your messages if you go that way. So if you swipe this way, if you don't like looking at it like this, you can tap this button, and you can change the way you view this to a gazillion different ways. And why there needs to be this many, I don't know. Okay, so what are my likes and dislikes for the Colmi V69? Well, first off, the screen. I love this screen. It is absolutely big and beautiful. Hard to find fault with a screen that big and beautiful in a bloody $22 smartwatch. Next thing I like the all steel, all metal. I'm not going to say steel because I'm not sure what actual metal it is, but it is all metal. The actual case of it, the back looks like it's probably some kind of thermoplastic, but I do like it. I like the fact that it takes a standard, I think it's a 22 millimeter band, and the one that comes with it is pretty nice. You can see how filthy it is because I've been wearing it while I've been working on the Jeep. And it has quick releases, so it comes with a pretty decent band. So I like that about it. And the battery, look, if you're looking for a watch that has a big screen and a very long battery life and you only want to pay $22 for it, this is probably the only option you have. So I absolutely do like that. And you know what? Another thing I like about it is that everything works on it. I really haven't run across anything that does not function on it. I've run across some things I don't like that much, but everything works on it. I love how easy it is to read for me. It's just really great in that regard. It records activity well. It all just works right. So there's no problems there. And I also like the app. It is somewhat simplistic, but it works, and I haven't had any issues with it. So What are the things I don't like so much about it? Well, you know what? I might like to have more than one watch face on it of my own choosing, but you know what? Like I say, as long as I can find one I like and can put on it, I'm a happy camper. My only real big dislike about this watch is this crown, and that's the fact that it rolls. And it rolls way, way too easy. If you're wearing it on your wrist and you have a coat on or a shirt that's touching that and you do this, you're going to change the watch face. It changes that easily. And here's the interesting thing about it. This didn't need to rotate at all. That's completely unnecessary. It just doesn't need to. Because there's nothing that you can do with this that you can't do with the touch screen. You don't need to do that. You know, you want to change the watch face, press and hold it, swipe from side to side. You're changing the watch face. So this whole turning this business wasn't necessary. And the same with this. You want to move this, you can use your finger. You don't need to rotate the crown to do that. So that was completely unnecessary. This just could have been a button. I tried putting an O-ring around there just to make it so that wasn't so easy to turn, but there just isn't enough space between the crown and the crown guard to get an O-ring in it. So that really is my only big dislike about this watch. Is it a deal breaker? Well, you know what? It isn't for me. But if Colmi or the people who designed and make this watch are watching this, and if you look on AliExpress, other people have complained about it too. So it's not like just mine is the only one doing this. Everybody's is doing this. That didn't need to turn at all. Stop that. Unnecessary. Stop it. Or make it turn harder, for crying out loud. But it really doesn't need to turn at all. Now, that's not a deal breaker for me. Like I said, it may be for you. For me, it's just an annoyance. And it's an annoyance I can live with. And, you know, maybe you can't. But that's just... In fact, this didn't need to be a crown at all. That just could have been another button. And I'll argue with you that these two buttons don't really need to be there at all. All it needed was a single button to turn the screen on and to back out, and everything else can be done on the touch screen. So there you have it. That's my review and my likes and dislikes and my rants and raves on the Colmi V69 Smartwatch. A really, really nice, shockingly nice $22 smartwatch. I will leave affiliate links below. I want to thank everybody for watching my videos and for liking and subscribing and using my affiliate links. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye for now.